Warm greetings. Myself, Manpreet Kaur, Assistant Professor at Khalsa College of Education, Ranjit Avenue, Amritsar, welcomes you all to KCGC TV. Today, I am going to present my lecture on the topic Activity-Based Curriculum and its implementation in the classroom. Before discussing activity-based curriculum, let's discuss what is a curriculum. The term curriculum has been derived from a Latin word cure, which means a race course, that is, a runway on which pupils run to reach their goals. Basically, there are two concepts of curriculum: traditional concept of curriculum and modern concept of curriculum. Let's talk about traditional concept. In a traditional concept, curriculum is all about the subjects taught in school, colleges and university. Or we can say the content of a particular course of study is a curriculum. Now coming to its modern concept. In a modern concept of curriculum, curriculum does not mean only academic subjects that are traditionally taught in school, but it includes the sum total of experiences that the pupil receive through different activities in the school. Here, I would like to quote the famous lines by Khalsa. The term curriculum is the means by which we ensure that all our children will get their fair share of a rich cultural inheritance. Our world efforts. A good curriculum empower the children with the knowledge they are entitled to, knowledge that will nourish both them and society of which they are members. There are various types of curriculum, such as subject-centered curriculum, child-centered curriculum, but here I would like to discuss about the activity-based curriculum. Now, what is activity-based curriculum? When a curricular material is translated in terms of activity, it is known as activity-based curriculum. An activity-based curriculum is a learning model that emphasizes people to receive different activities in the school. It is a collaborative effort of educators, parents and others who believe that learning should be based on real life experiences and that every student is capable of success. Now, what's the philosophy of activity-based curriculum? The philosophy of activity-based curriculum is that learning occurs through experiences that are meaningful, relevant and exciting. Moreover, activity-based curriculum can be used in a variety of settings, including primary and secondary schools, colleges and universities. It is also a popular model for special education programs. John Dewey has rightly said that the curriculum is a continuous stream of child's activities, unspringing from the personality and interest of the child. All the activities of head, heart and hand are covered under activity-based curriculum. This means that this curriculum covers all the three domains of learning, that is cognitive, that is related to head, cognitive, that is related to heart and psychomotor, that is related to hand. Now, let's discuss what are the various activities which are covered under activity-based curriculum. The first is physical activities. Physical activities include physical training, games and sports, action songs, cleaning activities, hygienic activities, etc. These activities aims at physical development of the students. Next is environmental activities like nature study, surveys, excursions, social services. These activities develop civic sense and love for nature. Next is constructive activities. Constructive activities include handwork, art, creative craft, repairing of tools, science activity. With these activities, love for work, dignity of labor, productive efficiency and scientific attitude may be developed. Next is aesthetic activities like art, music, creative craft. These activities provide opportunities for the self-expression and development of innate talent. Last is community activities. Community activities aims at community development and includes activities like community projects, self-government, first aid, etc. These activities helps in the socialization of the child. Now, here the question arises that when an activity-based curriculum is framed and students are involved in activities, there are certain requirements needed for activity-based curriculum. So, let's discuss the requirements of activity-based curriculum one by one. First is physical features of the school, which includes building, playgrounds, ventilated classrooms, then separate facilities or gardens, then for outdoor classwork and for countless other outdoor activities. Then is training of teachers, classroom equipments, activity rooms, timetable planning, students grouping. Last but not the least, flexibility in administrative arrangements. So, these were the certain requirements which are needed for activity-based curriculum. Now, moving further, let's discuss what are the various components of activity-based curriculum. In activity-based curriculum, all the activities should have a definite beginning and ending, purpose, objectives, contains complete and understandable directions, then a feedback mechanism, and the description of the tools or technologies which are used in the exercise. Now, let's discuss what are the various benefits of activity-based curriculum. But before discussing benefits of activity-based curriculum, here I would like to quote the Chinese proverb, that is, when I hear, I forget. When I see, I remember. But when I do, I understand. This proverb clearly states that when a child learns through activities, the retention is more. Now, let's discuss the benefits of activity-based curriculum. The benefits of activity-based curriculum revolves around those children who are either not academically talented nor they have shown interest in the school. This method tends to stimulate these children into participating and eventually observing information. Then another benefit of activity-based curriculum is that it helps children to retain information. As we all know, activity-based curriculum encourages children to participate physically and mentally in their learning process, which help them to learn and retain the information. The learning process helps the students to understand and remember the learning material based on their learning experience. Next is it supports social development. As activity-based curriculum encourages children to take the responsibility of their own learning process. So, also group-based activity develops social and team skills. These skills will definitely prove essential to their job and future social life. Another benefit of activity-based curriculum is that it focuses on the relevance of educational material. Children do not always understand the appropriateness of learning material when they put pen on paper. But activity-based curriculum helps the students to understand the real relevance of learning material by encouraging them to explore and solve the real world problems and scenarios. Then is that Another benefit of activity-based curriculum is that it encourages children to become self-reliant and inquisitive learners. As activity-based curriculum is concerned with independent investigation and analysis. So, activity-based curriculum allows the students to become curious, to think critically and to learn from their experience. This self-learning process in turn promotes the acquisition of knowledge inside and outside the educational environment. Last benefit of activity-based curriculum is that it encourages children to express themselves in various ways. As activity-based curriculum encourages children to be creative in how they express their knowledge. This means that this method allows the students to express what they have learned by doing and making verbal presentations. So, these were the various benefits of activity-based curriculum. Now, let us discuss how activity-based curriculum is structured. Activity-based curriculum is structured around 3 E's. Experimentation, that is learning from experience. Exploration, that is collecting information and developing skills through active surveys. Last is expression, which involves encouraging children to express themselves via visual presentations. Now, how to introduce activity-based curriculum in a classroom? For this, teacher can plan various types of games and activities in the class. For instance, if you are teaching maths, then you can try Maths Game Time or funbrain.com. Secondly, for fun-filled English lessons, teacher can play phonic games, crosswords, Jeopardy, word puzzles, etc. Other than this, teacher can use real objects. For instance, the class will be about basic maths like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Teacher may ask students to bring fruits to the class and perform basic mathematical calculations through buying and selling the fruits. Also, performing the project works regularly increases the subject knowledge, breaks the monotony and increases the curiosity to learn more and with clarity. Next is include thematic learning. To make learning fun and exciting, teacher can create their own thematic classroom space to incorporate the excitement and create a conducive environment. The theme can be changed on every alternative within a week or 2. Another the teacher can do is use video based lessons. As we all know, humans learn better by watching than listening to others. So, incorporating video based lessons can do wonders. The theme or the lessons could either be a documentary, a movie or a lesson. Then is conduct interactive sessions. Teacher can motivate students to be highly interactive in the classroom. If the students are not interactive in the classroom, it is better to have a separate question and answer session to get everyone talking. Then is play puzzles and games. In activity-based curriculum, when we say games or puzzles, it means more excitement, more fun. So, teacher can get some Scrabble words or puzzles for the students to solve or teach new concepts or new words. Students would surely enjoy and learn better by this experience, and teachers too can find this rewarding for their efforts.